Allison, are you going to want camera 1 just locked here? I mean, are you going to want camera 1 locked here in the shot? Oh, I think there's a program in my Mac.
It is. You might not stay very long, but it gives an experience. Good luck. My pleasure.
Good afternoon, everyone. If you want to go ahead and filter in and fill in seats as they are available, otherwise just gather around and our program is ready to start. Welcome.
Good afternoon. It's an exciting time to be a part of the LSR7 School District. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we also would like to offer a very special welcome to our governor, Governor Greitens. Thank you for being with us today. Isn't this a wonderful afternoon for our school district, for the University of Central Missouri, our stakeholders for this project, and also the entire community. It's an awesome day for our state. The Missouri Innovation Campus is truly the intersection of secondary and post-secondary education, and is a shining example of what happens when people and organizations work together for the benefit of young people. This school is unmatched throughout our region and will continue to serve as a model for our country. Dr. Ambrose and I will both be thanking many people and many stakeholders today who've been involved in this success story. And our plan is to divide that list between the two of us. With so many people involved in turning this idea into reality, I'm afraid we may not include everyone on our list of thank yous. So for that, I apologize in advance, but we're going to give it our best shot. This afternoon, I want to start by thanking the LSR7 voters who turned out with a resounding 80% approval for the bond issue that approved the funding for this portion of our facility. Big deal. Co-chairs of the Building Our Future Committee, a grassroots group which helped to inform our public about this successful issuance, included Elaine Blummel. Where's Elaine? Elaine! Bill Brown, give it up for Bill Brown. And where's Terry Harmon, who also co-chaired? Absolutely. Thank you for your leadership and your teamwork. As a result of the overwhelming approval of this issue at the ballot box, our community is also benefiting from community improvements in our school buildings across the entire district. That's a big deal for all of our schools. We appreciate our community's support of this new facility and the fact that they continue to understand its significance for our children, this region, and the future of our country. We're greatly appreciative of our mayor, Mayor Randy Rhodes. Give it up for Mayor Rhodes. The Lee Summit City Council, our Economic Development Council, and our Chamber of Commerce for their support, which began during the early planning for this arrangement. Thank you to my Board of Education, both current and past members. President White, school board members, please stand and be recognized. Current and former. It takes a lot for boards to look at and be able to make adjustments around thoughts that are so outside of the box, but our board had the forethought to do that, and that does not go unnoticed. We're also especially grateful for Dr. Ambrose and the team at the University of Central Missouri. His leadership and the UCM Board of Governors, we could not have discovered a better partner. Give it up for the team at UCM. Many R7 staff members have played an integral role in this process, but I want to recognize just a few. Dr. Judy Hedrick, our Associate Superintendent for Business and Operations, who served a vital role during the construction phase. Dr. Hedrick. Our Director of Facilities, Kyle Gorell. Quick story, I kind of entered the district on July 1st, and I was always wanting to talk with Kyle because my question was, will we open? Will we be on time? And where's Kyle? He makes it happen. He makes the magic happen. And we do appreciate Kyle Gorell. Dr. Brent Blevins, our recently retired Deputy Superintendent who oversaw much of the initial planning and the construction. Also want to give special credit to our district facility service and technology staff members. We think about the leadership, but man, we have folks in the trenches who really made it happen in our facility services division as well as our technology staff. They worked tirelessly over the last several months to bring the building and its many high-tech components online. There's a saying that a school is four walls, but the future is inside. My next thank you goes to the educators and support staff who work inside the walls of this school. Without their expertise and commitment, we would not be celebrating today. Special thanks to Elaine Metcalf, Summit Technology Academy principal. And the entire staff of the Missouri Innovation Campus. You all make us proud for the role you play in our nationally recognized programs, for your input into the design and creation of our new school, and for going the extra mile to transform the old facility into the place we're in today that we all are extremely, extremely proud of. Finally, and most importantly, I want to thank our students. Let's just give our students a great big round of applause. Past students, current students, and future students, they are choosing this program, and for that, I give them my sincere thanks. We owe much of the success of this unique approach to the education of our students who've been willing to step away from traditional high school experience and help us create this one-of-a-kind school. It takes an incredibly dedicated student to be successful in a school the likes of which you'll get a chance to see today. But we appreciate the fact that they made this decision. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Kimberly Beatty, Chancellor of MCC Community College, one of our key partners in this initiative. Give it up for Dr. Beatty.
Good afternoon, everyone. You look great out there. Thank you, Dr. Carpenter, for your introduction. It's my honor to stand here and represent Metropolitan Community College. I just came on board in July 1, and it's my pleasure to represent our faculty, our staff, our board of trustees, and leadership team. This is a celebration for all of us, and for those of you who are with Metropolitan Community College, would you please stand? Please stand. Thank you. Thank you. I also want to point out Dr. Nooks, if I'm going to put you on showcase a little bit. Dr. Nooks is the key partner and the developer and negotiator and collaborator of this campaign that we've had in this partnership, and I want to give him an extra thank you for his visionary leadership, along with Dr. Carpenter and Dr. Ambrose. Please give them a hand for their leadership. The Missouri Innovation Campus is a clear example of the MCC mission at work. Our mission is preparing students, serving communities, and creating opportunities. That's what we do. Metropolitan Community College, in partnership with Lee Summit R7 School District and the University of Central Missouri, is preparing students like Jeffrey Scarborough. Is Jeffrey here? Jeffrey over there. Jeffrey Scarborough is an MIC student who described this new campus to us on his first day of school year last month. Jeffrey says that it's a very big commitment to do the MIC program, but the practicality of dual enrollment at MCC just made sense. How about that from somebody that age? And while his studies and a business internship take up the majority of his time, he is committed, and Jeffrey says there are a lot of great benefits to attending the MIC. So we want to congratulate him in his work toward a degree in cybersecurity here at the MIC program, at the MIC institution. Had he followed a more traditional path, he would have never had met other like-minded students in the program, many of whom have become his close friends. Also, the development of the MIC also supports our mission of serving communities. The Longview campus has served this community since 1969. I'm dared to say that's my lifetime. In that time frame, many people of all ages have taken classes, gone directly to work, or transferred to a four-year university like UCM. We have been committed to this community, and the MIC merely deepens that commitment. Lastly, we are creating opportunities. We are the connection for students upstream and downstream. MCC's early college programs graduated many students across its 5 campuses this past school year, and we look forward to an even larger number next year, when it's an anticipated MIC's largest cohort coming up in this year, and they'll be donning motorboards at our graduation. After graduation, students will transfer to many colleges in the region, and MCC is a tremendous connection for our students to those four-year partners. Many of our students transfer, and many of those students transfer to UCM. Metropolitan Community College proudly enters into this partnership and continues to uphold the mission of preparing students, serving communities, and creating opportunities. MCC is on the move and proud to be an important link in this very important chain in the lives of many of our young people like Jeffrey. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Beatty, and thank you, MCC, for your vital role in the success of this nationally recognized partnership. Now I'm going to turn it over to a gentleman who's quickly becoming a good friend of mine, and that's Dr. Ambrose, President and Visionary Leader of UCM. We could not have hoped for a better partner as a school district than the good people at UCM, and that starts with their leader, Dr. Ambrose.
It was simple. College costs too much, it takes too long, there's a skills gap exists when you leave college to make you workforce ready as you move forward, and students simply had to borrow too much to pay. That was 5 years ago. And there's a lot of thank yous in this room, Governor, and you'll have to bear with me just for a moment. The first has to go to Brian Green and his colleagues sitting right here on the third row. And for those of you who were in the first cohort, I'm going to ask you just to stand up because we've got to recognize you. I still remember the conversation. Elaine Metcalf and Stan Elliott had an opportunity at a parents' orientation to welcome a group of high school juniors, basically to say, we're admitting you to college. And in doing so, we're going to give you access to 50 of Kansas City's leading firms to do paid internships for 3 years. And I have an opportunity to engage you in cutting the time of college in half, the cost of college in half. But some of our employers, and Andy and Abby, wherever you are, may not use the term guarantee, but strongly provide access to a well-paying job by virtue of the experience. And each of you have not disappointed us. You held jobs, you went to school, you had all the balls in the air all the time. Some ran cross country, some did other activities, and you've walked across the finish line with a college degree, and we're very proud of you. And please join me. So less cost, less time, no skills gap, no debt. What has emerged and where we sit is the most aggressive K through 16 accelerated pathway leading to a college degree, relying on 3-year paid internships in partnership with 50 of Kansas City's best businesses and industries. And as we open this facility with the help of Gould Evans, McGowan Gordon, and all those assets that Dr. Carpenter recognized, it is a teaching and learning facility that exists like no other. And there's a couple people I'd really want to recognize first that need to be acknowledged. Paul Rutherford, who's sitting quietly by a screen back here in the corner. And Bob White, who is sitting on the other end of the corner, who were the visionaries that have been with Summit Technology Academy since its inception. And there's a lot of hands. They are representative of those hands that planted the seeds of opportunity that has emerged into what is the keystone of the program, which is Summit Technology Academy, giving 21 sending high schools, 11 school districts immersive opportunities in this facility every day. And we could not do it without that vision and that heart. And they did it in a repurposed manufacturing facility with the help of the city and a lot of partnerships. It was where great teaching and learning took place. They would do great teaching and learning out in the parking lot with no cars in it. They don't need a $40 million facility to be great teachers, but they deserve it. And we're so grateful that we're here to celebrate that with them. The voters of Lee Summit, to give us your confidence, the city of Lee Summit, Mayor Rhodes and Steve Arbo, who was a part of our lead facilitators group early on, that made this entire corridor part of the economic vision for this community, all your economic development assets. Steve Rich, David Townsend, who have had hands in seeing this come to life, and I would say we're only getting started by virtue of the location of this campus and its assets and what it means. And then we turn to a degree of confidence and trust that cannot be repaid, and Bob, that's to the school board of the Lee Summit School District. You moved this to a place of confidence by virtue of your commitment to students and your caring concern for families. And with our Board of Governors, and you're going to hear from Dr. Wetzel, but represented by John Collier, Mary Danduran, Mary Long, and Matthew Martinez here on our front row, it was the synergy of those two boards at a governing level that had the confidence to enter into an agreement that we're going to live with for 60 years, whether you like it or not. And somehow, in this crazy agreement that we've got, Dr. Carpenter and I become kind of the arbiters of this whole facility. And I don't know, Dennis, 60 years doesn't seem that long, but we're just getting started. And then we bring on the partnership with Metropolitan Community College. And it is fair to say that this is a special program which Stan Elliott and Karen Dexter and those that give care to those students every day would say is not for every student, because of the commitments that have to be made to commit the energy to be here. But what we have opportunity ahead, Governor, is to actually make this available to every student in ways that help reduce the time to college and the cost of college and give them a jump start in this community that's not only an economic driver, but an educational and social driver for the world we serve. There is an architectural team at Gould Evans and DLR that does not build buildings. They build culture. They build an experience. They take a program and make it life in a facility. And for those representatives here from both DLR and Gould Evans, please join them in giving me a round of applause for what has come to life. This is a facility that doesn't have walls. We actually can pull the walls down and teach. We can put them back up. And Dr. Curtis and I, along with Elaine Metcalf and others, walk by the classrooms and we'll knock on the window and say these walls are supposed to come up, because collaboration and engagement is really meant to emulate the workplace and make this place come to life. One last partner who is exceptional in this enterprise is McGowan Gordon. From start to finish, this was a breaking of ground 18 months ago. And it is a facility that came to life, 18 hours ago, right? And where's Kyle? We still have a few things left on the punch list to do. They'll be done in the next 18 days, probably. So, but it is a commitment from their contractors, subcontractors, the facilities. And let me just mention Kyle, Lisa Butler on our procurement staff, Rick Smetna on our staff, who put sweat equity into bringing this under budget in ways that really makes the difference and is great stewardship to the taxpayers, the district, and the students that we serve. This is an opportunity for us to extend this model to scale. There are students who do not have access to the opportunities that we're able to provide here in Lee Summit. We can do this in partnership with 50 leading businesses across Kansas City, that the keystone is not only STA, but it's our business partners who've been willing to share in the outcomes. And it's because of that we provide a very special welcome this morning or this afternoon to the 56th governor of the state of Missouri. A governor whose life, both as an undergraduate and a grad student, was defined by service to those in need in ways that really attempted to meet the greatest of needs. And then a calling not only out of his parents, a special education teacher and a worker within the Department of Agriculture, but the others that were joined with him as brothers to serve our nation as a Navy SEAL. And I don't know if you can take the elements of his human service to a service to our country and have a governor better equipped to lead Missouri at this time. He has two simple tenets, better jobs and better education. And Governor, I couldn't think of any better place to bring those two elements together than Missouri Innovation Campus in Lee Summit, Missouri. We are glad that you're here, and we want to engage with you in helping build a better Missouri. And please come bring us words. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Please, thank you. What a wonderful day this is. Huh? Isn't this exciting? This is fantastic. And I just want to say tremendous congratulations. Congratulations to the University of Central Missouri, to Metropolitan Community College, to the Lee Summit School District, to all of the participating school districts, and to everyone in the community who came together to make this happen. This is a beautiful, beautiful day, right? Because we have an institution that's already changed lives and is now in a position to change so many more. You know, when I was in college, I had a boxing coach, and he used to always say to me and to all the guys who he trained, he'd say, if you want different, do different. And the message was very simple. The message was, if you want a different result from your life, then you're going to have to take different action. Well, for too long, throughout Missouri, we had students who'd work really hard, but we had a system that for some of them put them in a place where they were graduating and they didn't have a clear path to a job. They were leaving with too much debt. We had good companies in Missouri that believed in our talented workers but couldn't find people with the skills that they needed to grow. Well, what happened here in Missouri is that we brought people together from the university community, from our community colleges, K through 12, from private companies, students, teachers, parents, community leaders. Everyone came together to do different. Everybody came together to do different. And now we have this beautiful facility that's opening where lives are changed. Students are able to graduate with skills, with degrees, with a very clear pathway to a job, with work experience, and they're doing it faster and with less debt. That is a tremendous success. And you know what's so fantastic is that we've got students who are graduating with real skills, getting real jobs. We're proud to invest in that success. And this is a fantastic model for the entire state of Missouri. Right? What we're seeing here, the way that people are coming together to solve problems, to create solutions, to always keep in mind that as we do this, we have to be attentive to the need of each student and to the wider needs in our community and bring those together. It's this kind of problem solving that we want to encourage throughout the state of Missouri. And the other thing that's really fantastic, and we have to call attention to it, because sometimes at events like this, we can forget it, is that what's also great about the Missouri Innovation Campus is that people are having fun here, right? People are having a good time, and you can see it, you can feel it when you talk to the students, you can see it when you talk to the leadership. People are excited. They're enjoying this, and why? They're enjoying it for a really simple reason. Because one, we're challenging people. We're challenging our students. We're challenging our community leaders. We're challenging our teachers. People are having fun because they're up to the challenge. Second, we're asking people to engage in purposeful work. And third and most powerfully, we're doing this as a team and as a community. And I want to tell you, it just gives me tremendous, tremendous confidence. I find it inspiring, and I'm extraordinarily hopeful about everything that is going to be achieved by the Missouri Innovation Campus and the fantastic students, teachers, and leaders who are going to be doing such great work here. And it is an honor to be here at this opening with all of you. Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So, and I hate to pick on Brian and Quinn because they're just easy to pick on. But as our first cohort, and
Yes.
we were able to say this to another leader, finished high school and their Associate of Applied Science degree the same week, working in increasing paid internships that scaled up, fully employed as a full cohort, and I don't want to mention average salaries because our fundraisers in the crowd will be after them to ask for donations, but at a time when they weren't 21 years of age.
Amazing.
So our commitment to you, Governor, is we will do all that we can to extend that opportunity to as many Missourians. It's great for that first cohort of 17 kids. It's more powerful for the 250 that we'll put through the
Yes.
program, but what if we did it for 5,000?
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
we'll do whatever we can to support it.
Thank you so much. Look forward to working with you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
The two elements that were probably most important was our governing board's decisions to enter into this very unique and sometimes challenging. And I can remember several board members saying, "You want to do what?" And then we started thinking about facilities and lease agreements and the mechanics, and they have been with us all the way through, and we are indebted to a strong board. Please welcome the University of Central Missouri's board president, Gus Wetzel.
Can you see who works for who? On behalf of our Board of Governors, I'd like to welcome everybody today, and it certainly is a great day for us and the many facets that have been involved in the success of this story. I'd like to take a moment and introduce our Board of Governors. Would you all stand, please? And I'd like to have all those that represent our university to likewise stand to be acknowledged. The MCI program was beginning some 5 years ago as a dream, as could it happen? What if it did? What would it mean? And yet a short 5 years later, it's a reality. Indeed, Dr. Carpenter, I was here in early July, and I wondered if we'd be here today too, but it looks picture perfect. It was designed to address opportunities, including accelerating college degrees, reducing student debt load, and providing real-life learning experiences that help better prepare graduates for professional careers. As we consider moving forward with this program, the Missouri Innovation Campus education partners had to think outside the box, stepping outside traditional realms of education to adopt an initiative that no one else had tried. Our governing boards demonstrated great faith in the collective efforts of our faculty, staff, and administrators who could take this program from the idea stage to implementation in such a short time frame as we are now celebrating. As we join together in this beautiful facility, we are extremely proud of the visionary approach and the wonderful partnerships that UCM enjoyed with our Lee Summit School District R7, the City of Lee Summit and its leaders, Metropolitan Community College, and of course, last but not least, our many business partners that have been the success-driven engine. We also are very grateful for the partnership that has led the innovative agreement between the UCM and Lee Summit governing boards that paved the way for this extraordinary educational facility. The MCI building provides an opportunity to put high school students and college students under one roof to promote maximum economic and educational efficiency. While doing so, the 21st century state-of-the-art facility also will allow our MIC partners to enhance STEM education through the metropolitan area, which serving adult leaders and the education needs of Kansas City businesses for many years to come. Yes, it is a 60-year agreement, and yes, somebody's probably going to have to tell me about it. But isn't it a wonderful dream come true? And as the governor alluded earlier, it's a fun day, and I cannot think of a more fun day in the state of Missouri for education. Thank you all, and God bless.
Thanks again, Governor, and thanks, Dr. Witzel. Next, we will hear from our school board president, Bob White. Something you may not know about President White is way back in 1999, he served as the first principal of STA. So he is really, really a visionary as it relates to this work and this project. Give it up for President White.
Thank you, Dr. Carpenter, and thank all of you for being here today to help us celebrate the launch of this incredible new facility. I'm speaking on behalf today of the Board of Education. Our members include Vice President Julie Doan, Phyllis Bologna, Jackie Clark, Kim Fritchie, Adam Rutherford, and Dennis Smith. I don't know about you guys, but I have to pinch myself every time I walk in here to realize that this is actually happening. Somebody had asked, well, not somebody, everyone has asked me, did you ever think that we'd be here? And the answer to that is, no, I didn't think we'd be here. I thought we'd be somewhere, and I thought it would be great. But this pales to what I would have ever thought that we would be doing. And there's a lot of thank yous to go around for that, and I think everyone has done a great job of pointing out those people that are intimately involved with the success of this building. 18 years ago, small group, a very small group, it was Paul and Kim Desmond and myself, opened this building with 26 students. We didn't enjoy a great deal of support at that time. It was tough. We fought for everything we got. I know Paul and Kim and I frequently scrounged furniture from every place in the building, but we kept with it. And I think that has paid off. This is a culmination of a lot of work, hours and hours of planning, an incredible cooperative effort, and some well-calculated risk-taking on behalf of our organizations, our staff members, and also our students. I want to thank everyone involved in taking the challenge of creating a new kind of school, a school designed to offer highly focused academic program with an emphasis on preparation for high-demand careers. We have collaborated with business partners throughout this process and appreciate the faith these businesses have placed in our program and our students. And I would interject here that without the cooperation and collaboration of MCC and UCM, we would not be where we are today. Those are essential collaborations that we needed to have. We had a good start. And we really did well with where we were, but we were missing that interim piece. And you all have so elegantly provided that interim piece for us. We thoroughly appreciate that. Throughout the last few years, we've also worked closely with 14 metro area school districts sending students to Summit Technology Academy and the Missouri Innovation Campus. We are grateful to those sending districts for your support of our programs and our school. I will relay a real quick story here at this point. Years ago, we had Oak Grove decide to send some students to Summit Tech. Now, Oak Grove is a long ways away from here. So I remember going to their school board meeting the night that they voted to send the students here. There were 5. They called the 5 students up before the school board. Now, this is unusual, and told them in no uncertain terms, you better do well there. I was impressed. I thought that was the way we ought to be doing this. But those kids, never once were they ever late. They were never late. They were always here. They were never absent, and they truly appreciated the opportunity. As members of the Board of Education, one of our roles is to make sure that we are good stewards of our district's resources. This new school not only provides an amazing state-of-the-art learning environment, it also is saving money for our district and ultimately our taxpayers. Through this groundbreaking partnership, Lee Summit R7 and UCM are sharing resources, costs, and learning spaces. UCM is paying for approximately 60% of this facility, and our district is paying for 40%, with both organizations sharing the operating costs. Again, I want to thank all of you for being here today on behalf of the Board of Education and for making this possible. Thank you.
Thank you, President White, for your kind words. And to all of our speakers, I totally come in peace, but I will tell you we are saving the best for last. And at this time, we're going to hear from one of our student success stories, Asiana Moorhead. Asiana is in her 3rd year in the Missouri Innovation Campus program, and she's enrolled in the design and drafting portion of our program. Although she's a 2017 graduate, she will earn her bachelor's degree from UCM in the spring of 2019. Give it up for Asiana.
How's everybody doing today? We're good. First, I want to thank you all for coming together and being a part of this amazing celebration of the MIC program and the new facility. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Asiana Moorhead, and I'm in my 3rd year of the program. And the program has given me so many opportunities to progress and succeed within the corporate world and society itself. And, oh, I'm sorry. The experience that I've had while in this program have been nothing far from amazing, and I'm grateful for this opportunity. During my internships, I've learned so much from my mentors, bosses, and fellow associates. And when I say I've learned a lot, I don't mean just about gaining knowledge about a certain trade or a specific line of work. I'm talking about, for example, my time at McCown Gordon. My supervisor, Brett Taylor, he not only trained me on how to do my job correctly, he talked to me about my life goals, social life, and he helped guide me to a better place in which I could grow. And I appreciate him for showing so much concern with me, being that I was an intern. You know, an intern isn't someone high on the totem pole. You know, they don't really care. They don't really care about us. But he showed a lot of concern, and he made me feel like I was a part of the team. So I've built business relationships at such a young age because of the people and the great leaders of MIC, and I thank you guys for that as well. And so, lastly, I want to touch on the financial aspect of the program. When you are offered a great opportunity such as this, you know, you get a degree with pretty much all expense paid, I'm pretty sure you're not going to turn it down. And the leaders of MIC have built this amazing opportunity for students like me, and when I heard about it, I was like, thank you, Jesus. I don't have to pay for the first 2 years of college. Because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but college is pretty expensive. So they definitely lifted a big weight off my shoulders, and again, thank you for that. So before I go, if you don't remember anything from what I've said today, I just want to leave you with this. It's an analogy that I live by and have experienced before, during, and after joining this program. It's if you want something you've never had, then you have to do something you've never done. And in the words of the great Maya Angelou, nothing will work unless you do. Thank you.
Adriana is now interning with Gould Evans, and I think she learned of that appointment maybe this week or today. Today. Nothing will work unless you do. That's pretty impressive. We have one more task. Speaking of that quote, now we put the entire group to work, and that's the cutting of the ribbon. And we have our resident experts from the chamber here to lead us through that process. If you were provided with a printed name tag, we're asking you to follow today's speakers outside the doorway and walk up the stairway because you will be included in that ribbon cutting. We wish everyone could be a part of the actual cutting, but as you can see from the crowd, that might not be possible to get us all on the stairwell. Everyone else will have an opportunity to witness that ribbon cutting. And if you make your way back to the door and proceed to the lobby area to be a part of that viewing. And we'll also have some guided tours taking place afterwards. So here we go, printed name tags. Let's make our way to the huge stairwell. Thank you all for being here. Let's do it.
nice to get this one done. Real close to done.
Short enough.
I saw the size. Are you nervous or what?
And Mike Lally, of course. But he's everywhere, man. That's I just was over there at Fort Anderson one time, and we got out there early, which was good. Got in and got out before all the craziness took hold. So I used to go all the time, but it was, I mean, I don't remember much of it. Right. And it was just everything you kind of mixed together, and then when you know where you're going, you stumble across stuff. I had a pipeline. I've done a lot of work. Built up a lot of credit for people. I got working. You don't have access to quite all the markets yet. I'm still trying to make this conversation. But in the end, I mean, it's already been recorded. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. we all have access to the same products, right? And we provide some sort of value and expertise, and that's what we separate ourselves from. I probably wouldn't make it. Developers who kind of understand the market. Kind of open their eyes.